Hey guys, Luis Moreno here, Simply Health Insurance Agency. I'm going to answer a question that was posted on one of my videos by an agent. The question is this, and it refers to CSRs, cost sharing reductions that an insured has if they qualify based on their income in their household. The question is, well, what if they don't want it? All right, I'm going to answer that question here in a minute, guys, as best that I can. But before I do that, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment. I do watch all the comments and I love responding back. All right, so here's how I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it by showing you what we're talking about. Okay, so let's get in here. All right, so this right here is the quoting dashboard. This is where I would say the majority of agents out there are doing their quoting and enrollment on a tool, on a free tool, free quoting and enrollment platform called HealthSherpa. Okay, so pretty easy here. I'm going to enter a little information. So you got to plug in their zip code. We're going to just choose a 35-year-old female, and we're going to assume that this female makes $20,000 a year. Okay, so you've got to enter this data. You've got to enter some data here. And this is how we train our agents, guys. These are the people who want to be insured. This is the tax household. She could be married. And if she's married, then this would be a household of two. Okay, even though only she's applying. So this is the tax household. Everybody, it's not who's getting insured, but it's who's on the tax return. All right, so let's go back to one. And then the far right-hand side, this is the results of the data that you entered over here. Here is the monthly savings, which is the subsidy. And then here is the cost sharing reductions. All right, now I'm gonna put my mouse over this, and this gives me a definition of what cost sharing reduction is. This lowers your out-of-pocket expenses. It lowers your deductibles, your co-payments, your co-insurance, and also your maximum out-of-pocket. Okay, now this feature only applies to silver plans. All right, so let's kind of answer the question, but again, well, let's do this first. Let's assume for this person, it's 20, all right? And we're going to enroll them in this very first plan right here. Okay, so premium is $383. They're going to pay $0 because they're eligible for $384 in subsidies. Their deductible is $0. Their maximum out-of-pocket is $2,800. $5 for doctor, specialists for a $10 copay, and in generic drugs are no charge. Now, if this individual was making $100,000, you would see here that there's nothing over here in the eligibility. So this is the base plan. Okay, let's go back to silver so we can compare apples to apples. Okay. There we go. Took a little while. All right. So without any subsidies or without any cost share reductions, that same plan now is $379. Their deductible is $5,800. Their out-of-pocket maximum is $8,900. Doctors are $40, specialists are $80, generic drugs are $20. So the question is, if my insured wants to opt out of cost sharing reductions, can they? I guess so, they could, but why would they? I guess the question to me is a little confusing, because if an insured actually made $20,000 a year, okay, so just remember their worst case scenario, the out-of-pocket $8,900, and they made $20,000. Okay. Why would they want to have an higher out-of-pocket cost? Well, in this scenario, it'd be $2,800. So I just don't see why an insured would want to opt out. Now, possibly the insured is unsure if their income is going to remain at 20. Okay, the insured may be thinking that they could have a great year and maybe their income is going to go up to 50. Well, let's assume that it does that, guys. Let's assume that it goes up to 50,000. Okay, so the year passes, they file their tax return, they finish at 50. Here's what's going to happen. These benefits for that year of 2023 are locked in. There's going to be no more changes to that. They're not going to have to worry about having this thing ratchet up to 8,900. That year is gone. It's over with. But what will happen is, remember this, they got $384 in subsidy per month. If she finished at 50,000, she should have only got $63. So now I got to do some math. I'm going to take 63 away from 384. That leaves me with $321 a month. And I'm going to multiply that. Let's assume for the entire 12 months, she is going to owe back $3,852. She's going to owe that subsidy back. But this right here, guys, is not going to change. It's already locked in for the year. Okay, now the following year, she's going to have to file at 50,000 and use that as the estimated income, unless she thinks that she's not going to have such a good year and it's going to drop back down to 20. So maybe the question, if I'm reading between the lines in that question, maybe the question was, well, they may not want to they may not want to use their subsidies, and that's fine. They don't have to. But I don't see why somebody, if they're eligible for CSRs, would not take them. Now, I do see this mistake a lot from agents, and I see it a lot, especially from insurance. But a lot of times they may think, well, you know what, this is a silver plan. Okay, I'm going to go with gold. Gold is so much better than silver. So they go on there and they select the gold plan. In fact, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and compare it just so you can see it. Okay, so there's the silver I just selected. I'm going to go choose a gold with Aetna. Should be better. Should be better. Okay, so let's look at it. Now I have a side-by-side view here for you. Okay, let's make this thing a little bit bigger. Okay, all right, on the side-by-side, here's your silver, here's your gold. Gold is better. Okay, an ounce of gold is worth more than an ounce of silver, so it's got to be better. Well, let's kind of check this out. Both of them have a $0 premium. My maximum out of pocket, which is my worst case scenario, well, with silver, it's 28. Gold is 87. Well, why would I choose a gold? Maybe it's got a better network. Maybe more things, more medical conditions are covered. No, not at all, guys. Same network. Oh, I know what. The medication list must be better. I must have lower copays. No, negative. Ain't going to happen, guys. Not going to happen. So look at the copays for doctors. 5 for the primary with silver, 30 with the gold. Oh, but I must, maybe I can see better doctors. No. Okay, look at the specialist, 10 versus 60. Ooh, my list of specialists must be much better with the gold. No. Look at the generic drugs. Guys, I'll just tell you this. I see this happening all the time. Just because what happened, guys, in the past couple of years, the gold without CSRs technically is a little richer in benefits, not anything else, usually a little lower copays, typically, but not when we have CSRs. Okay, not when we have CSRs. All right, so and I'll give you another example. Let's go to 50,000. Okay, now let's go do the same comparison. All right, now look at this one, guys. Now we're talking a little bit different. In fact, you know what? I'm going to juice this thing up. Give me one. I'm going to go to 40,000. Look here at the 40,000. No CSRs, okay? At the 40,000. All right. Now, this whole scenario has changed. Now, the gold is actually a little cheaper. It does have a higher out-of-pocket, but it does have a lower deductible. Doesn't mean that much in the grand scheme of things. My copays are a little higher over here. You know, maybe it's a little, maybe gold in this scenario, maybe. But you know what? Let's go throw in a bronze just to kind of put all three of the plans together. All right, now we got bronze. And I wish I could move it this way. So we got bronze, silver, and gold. In this scenario, check this out, guys. Would I recommend a bronze? Possibly. Look at my worst case scenario. they're going to be saving almost $100 a month. No, more than $100 a month, 100 and change, $107 a month. The worst case scenario is a $500 difference. So in 5 months, we make it up. My copays are a little higher, but my copays go towards the out of pocket, remember? Okay. Yeah, maybe they don't have the 192 or the 183 to pay, but they can afford the 83. Well, I'd much rather put them over here than over here. So it's all these different variables, guys. It's just not clear cut. There's no way this can be clear cut. You've got to do something for every one of your insureds like this. You've just got to analyze it and see what's going to work for them. So I hope that answers the question. Guys, take advantage of ACA. If you are an agent and you are not writing business out there, guys, you're missing out on a ton of money. Okay. We've got this Medicaid unwinding. I'll post a link to that video so you can watch it. Medicaid unwinding is going to be huge. 15 million people losing Medicaid and CHIP in the next year. Okay. Couple of things I have for you all. I've got a Medicare Smart Book, okay, that you guys can purchase. In the next week or so, I'm going to have it available in Spanish for you Spanish-speaking agents. I'm also going to have a consumer-facing book, one that you can share with your insureds, both Medicare and ACA. I also have a course. If you're one of my agents or you'd like to be one of my agents, let me know and I will get you. I can get you appointed with carriers, and I can also put you into our training program. If you're not one of my agents, if you're happy where you're at, but you get no training or it's just not good, then I'll tell you what, I have my training. It's $199 for my training. All that information is down below. And the very last thing, guys, just to tell you, I had an incredible OEP, an open enrollment. We sold over 1,300 applications. And if you're wondering what that means, at the bare minimum, every application, if it had one hit, is every 100 is $25,000 a year in annualized commissions. Okay, every 100. I did 1,300 and change. That is a ton of money. All right, not counting all the dental that we sold, not counting the ancillaries that we put with it. And I also have a P&C agency. A lot of these insureds got auto insurance and home insurance with us. And then we are working our butts off to help them get life insurance plans. And on top of that, at some point, these insureds are going to turn 65. That's going to feed my Medicare business. So there's a lot of opportunity. I will tell you, the reason I was able to write so many ACA plans was because I partnered up with Shauna. She is the Facebook guru that I recommend, marketing guru. What she did is she created a course. She helped me out, and then I was kicking some butt. I was getting more leads, more quality leads. They were booking their own appointment. And on top of that, I was getting them for about 75% less. What more could I ask for? Well, I did ask for more. I was like, Shauna, help me out here. We got a lot of agents that would love to do this. And you're probably thinking, why would you give that away? Guys, there's so many people that need help. So many, there's just no way you can keep up with it. So I asked her, okay, let's put a course together. And she did. So she put a course together. There'll be a link down below for you to research the course. She does the 75% of the course, where she talks about how to create ads on Facebook and Insta Media. Then what I do is I added my twist to it. What I do is the reason I was also so successful this enrollment season was I have a CRM. Okay, you guys have access to that CRM. Okay, I will share my link for the CRM, but I have an incredible CRM that links up to Facebook, and these leads that are coming in, it warms them up for me, and it allows them to be so much better prepared when I call them, that they already have a really good idea of what I'm going to need, and they know who I am. I've sent them plenty of pictures of me and my agency. So it's a great tool. Not only do I use it for that, but I use it for my Medicare business, my life insurance business, my dental and vision, my P&C. It is one of the best CRMs out there. So I'm going to post my link on there, and if you use my link, you get every workflow that I've created. All of my workflows for auto, home, for life insurance. But I got some incredible ones that I've created for ACA and Medicare, and those will come built in if you use my affiliate link. All right, guys, thank you. Subscribe to my channel, post some comments down below, and I'm here on the chat if you need me. Thank you.